All right, so in the run-up to today's arraignment, critics have accused former President Trump of using violent rhetoric, calling on his supporters to protest the indictment. Well, in response, the NYPD has put up barricades around the courthouse and introduced new security measures in the city. Jeff Pegues is outside Trump Tower with more on that aspect of this story. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Anne Marie. We're waiting for the former president to leave Trump Tower here behind me. He'll be heading about 4 miles south of here into Lower Manhattan, where Bob Costa is for these court proceedings.
Our message is clear and simple. Control yourselves.
On Monday, New York City Mayor Eric Adams warned potential protesters and what he called rabble-rousers ahead of Donald Trump's arraignment. Among the expected demonstrators is GOP Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Trump ally, who tweeted her plan to protest at Collect Pond Park right across the street from the courthouse. NYPD Commissioner Keishant Sewell.
The NYPD is prepared to ensure that everyone is able to have their voices heard peacefully while exercising their First Amendment rights.
Investigators from federal, state, and local law enforcement say they've seen calls for violence against Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, government officials, and the FBI. In preparation for Mr. Trump's court appearance, nearly the entire New York City police force is on standby.
I know how well the New York City Police Department is able to pivot and shift based on the circumstances that they are facing, and we are prepared. I have no concern at all around this.
The city's police commissioner says that she has the resources she needs to protect public officials who've received threats over the last couple of weeks. Also, the city's mayor saying that there are no specific or credible threats as this day begins. Anne-Marie.
Jeff, the former president has encouraged supporters to protest. As you point out, it doesn't look like a lot of that is going on. There aren't any specific threats, but I guess that doesn't mean that you don't have to devote manpower to making sure that nothing does happen. Does this complicate security when you have, the former president, at least in his words, encouraging people to take to the streets?
It sure does. And, New York City officials have heard just about everything over the last couple of weeks leading up to today. And they've heard and seen some threats, what they call chatter online, suggesting that there could be trouble. However, we keep hearing, and we've been asking over the last couple of weeks, are there any threats that you're seeing that you're really concerned about? And what they keep telling us is that there are no credible or specific threats. They've been looking online for any group activity, whether there are groups in support or against former President Trump that are planning demonstrations. They're not seeing a lot of that either. Yesterday out here, we saw some demonstrations on both sides, but they were relatively small by Manhattan standards. And so while there is concern, I think law enforcement officials have to be pretty pleased with how things went yesterday, because as soon as the former president arrived, it was almost like some of the crowd certainly dispersed. They didn't stick around.
So listen, this is just the beginning, though, as Robert Costa pointed out, right? There are going to be all sorts of other sort of legal wrangling eventually, a trial. Looking ahead, will this level of security need to continue as we get closer to a potential trial?
You know what, Anne-Marie, that is such a good and quite frankly sobering question. We've been so focused on the here and now. We try not to think too far out. But if you're going to force me to think far out, yeah, I mean, can you imagine what kind of daily circus, just being totally honest, what kind of daily circus that will be for law enforcement? You got the NYPD that would have to be involved. You have court officers that will have to be involved. You have the Secret Service that will have to be involved, and many, many others. And so it would really be a logistical and, frankly, security nightmare for a lot of intel security officials here in this city and frankly, across the country. So Listen, let's take it one day at a time, Anne-Marie.
Okay, hey, what do you want? I'm a planner. I kept on thinking to myself, how much is this trial going to cost? You know what I mean? Like just security alone. Holy smokes. Jeff Pegues, thank you very much.